here with my dude Rogi today. We have no NYK plays. He is working somewhere else, trader. And he could have been here not earning a goddamn cent, doing nothing and just, chilling, What up, Rogue?
Hey, not too much, dude. How you been?
I've been, being well informed on things of the, X-Men variety. You don't see I got the helmet out?
Oh, Magneto. Or is it Magneto or Juggernaut? It's red from this angle. I can't tell. Yeah, I figured it was Magneto.
Yes. Magneto, baby. That's right. I'm going to put him on.
Just won't be able to hear anything the whole rest of the podcast.
I can hear you. And the thing is, Magneto, I guess he loves the sound of his own voice because this thing is echoey as hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say any kind of masked villain. It's kind of like, especially Doctor Doom, because he's so like, because what he has a tiny. That's the thing. He doesn't even have like a big gross scar. He's got like a tiny scar, but he's such a perfectionist. He wears like the full body suit. Do you know how hot that gets? I've been to conventions. I've worn like a mask for a thing. That gets unbearably hot. Like even at normal temperatures. Telling me he walks around like that all day.
Yeah, that's mental for him to be able. There must be some breathing, because even this is annoying. I can't. You know what I mean? There is no way I could have that thing over my head constantly.
Oh, also, does Magneto have like full 100%? Like, can he be in a radio studio, or was it just like immediately crackle? Does he have like minute control over like the whole thing?
He has full control over everything. He's not the type of dude that he walks in and all of a sudden everything metal sticks to him.
No, I mean, I get that. I just figured like radio wave. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I figured some of those instruments sensitive.
He's also attuned to the electromagnetic field of the planet and stuff like that. So I've never seen it.
Knows where north is.
That is hilarious. Well, you know what? He seemed like the only villain that gets away with everything.
Oh yeah, because of the whole Holocaust thing, right? Well, I mean, like that's how it works, though. You have to have like a really sad backstory to get away with more shit, because it looks like what you're doing is like justified. So like, since his backstory is the Holocaust, he's allowed to get away with some shit that might otherwise be kind of murdery.
Wait. You can't. Rogi. I understand, because you remember the X-Men where he killed like millions of people. I don't know if you remember that one when he was younger.
I mean, I'm not up to date on the lore, but because that's the whole irony. He's like conducted genocide.
Yes, he has committed. He has committed like mass murder.
Yes.
And when I mean mass on the level of millions of people have died. This might have caused tsunamis, and people have lost their whole generation. Like that family line is dead, and they're like, you know what? Give him a chance. He's a good guy. He saved that special agent. Remember when that special so the one guy is captive, and like he's like, all right, I'll help you guys out, and they're like, forgive him because he saved this one guy, and let's not remember that he murdered so many people.
I mean, look, like this is how it works in like real world politics too. When you actually have like power, they can't just tell you like you're they can't just kick you off the team, and they can't at a certain point it's like not feasible to assassinate you, right? We're not friends with Russia. We're not friends with China. We can't just like kill Putin. That's not on the table.
No.
So if we could make a deal where he would stop being such a fucking asshole all the time, we probably would make that deal. Does he deserve anyone to be nice to him? No, not at all.
Not at all.
But guess what? That's how that shit works. Yeah.
He has power, and that's one of the reasons I have always said that if there's a guy walking around with the power of electromagnetism. Like he controls the electromagnetic, thing on the Earth. This man has made an asteroid like a base out of an asteroid above the planet with his bare hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you let him build too long. Like if you were gonna, like, look, if you're a government, like honestly, if there's mutants and you're a government, like I'm kind of shocked you didn't just capture them and like slap some collars on or something.
Isn't that what they were doing?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Well, I'm just saying, like
you were mutants now, like in this reality, like in our reality. If they were real mutants,
like day one, like there should be track ships, right?
Control storms.
Yeah.
Could turn your blood into ice. You know what I mean?
Dude, freaking
acid out of their mouth.
UFC fighters, freaking UFC fighters have to get like they have to get like licenses because their bare hands can be used as a lethal weapon. Okay. So they get special licenses in case they get into a fight and some shit happens. So that means that every single mutant would, at minimum, need to get a license, right?
They're saying they're human beings and they should be treated like normal human beings. They should be able
What the fuck is normal? We're not talking about some dude that's really strong. We're talking about a dude that can, like, explode a car with his mind, right? Like, that's not...
Yeah.
It's a completely different level of...
Someone that could transform into your mom.
Yeah, right? Like,
into you.
Yeah, there's different things going on, okay? Like, yeah, people like to, like, relate all the superhero stuff to, like, oh, it's kind of like race. Oh, it's kind of like this or kind of like that in the real world. But, like, no, there's no equivalent for people just having, like, oh, he can shoot lava out of his hands. There's not an equivalent for that, okay? Like the most a physical person can be, like freakish is, I don't know, like roid rage, right? Like, they're super big and they get angry for no reason and they just start clobbering. Yeah. And yet, guess what? Those people typically get put in jail after they start the clobbering.
Right. Because, even though, they were on a certain substance, they're still going to be charged for murder, and it's not going to be like, no, manslaughter. All those muscles, was dangerous. You should have been. No, but really, everybody would have got registered if you really think about it. If not a collar, would you think the government would be like, you cannot use your powers?
I mean, look, I don't know what a literal government would do today, because I'm trying to think of what's the closest thing? Like, I don't know, guns. Yeah, I was gonna say guns. But like, gun control isn't great in this country. But you still technically need a license and whatever to do the thing. So like, that would be the minimum for like power.
You're gonna have to register your baby differently. If your baby, not your baby, because they show it when they become when puberty hits.
Yeah,
when puberty hits.
But that would be the thing. Different countries around the world, different rules. Because there's countries ain't got no guns. Japan, if you're a mutant, they'll probably just kick you out.
And weaponize you or weaponize you.
Sure. Like, that's the thing. Like, the worst, like the more bullshit you think the country does, the higher the chance they just capture you and weaponize you. Because, like, why wouldn't they, right? Because assumably a mutant is, like, super rare and they can do a thing that's incredibly powerful. Like, a government is... It's like kind of like a corporation is a person. A government is a person that just seeks out more power. Yeah.
So it's like, if I could find out how many mutants that I got in my country and could decipher out, let me see what their powers are. You know what I mean? If this one is just ugly, you know what I mean? He looks like a toad and he, whatever, but he can't jump high. Just,
let him be, whatever.
Let him be, whatever, or just, school.
Yeah, there's like a couple. Yeah, there's a couple dudes that don't really do much. It's like, you've got like freaking what? Okay, what is that like? Jubilee? What does Jubilee actually do?
Jubilee,
because it just looks like she has sparklers. Like, I don't.
You see, that's just the thing. Like, people always underestimated Jubilee.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, Jubilee has matured and has enhanced to almost an omega level mutant. Because those little sparkly things, those are almost nuclear bombs that she's created, like explosions, nuclear explosions.
Oh, can she make them big? Because I know Gambit can make stuff big.
She can make them more deadly, but she doesn't know how. And Professor X is doing his training bit, but I don't know. Professor X is a very, very sneaky dude.
Oh yeah. Plus his thing is like, especially with like that special helmet he builds, it's like, oh, he has like mental powers over like the world. It's like, yeah, you don't want that guy. That's too much power.
Very invasive, and he's also why I said Professor X is a scumbag underneath everything. He had a team before the original X-Men that he pretended they were the original X-Men. I'm talking like Iceman, Beast, Cyclops, Jean Grey.
You know what? Beast is a good example. Just getting back a little bit for a second. Like Beast, that's just a hairy dude that's blue. Does he like? Yeah, he didn't gaze.
He's
because he was a scientist before, right?
He could lift up a ton.
Okay.
Right.
But
There's a healing factor. And I think his beast transformation also has something to do with his intellect. Like it.
He wasn't smart before.
His mutation. He was smart, but I guess
he became like super genius.
His mutation makes him a super genius.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the lamest X-Men with the lamest power. I'm just saying, there's probably mutants that like don't do too much.
Mr. Forgettable. Mr. Forgettable.
It literally is his power.
Yeah,
no one remembers
Forget Me Not. His name is Forget Me Not.
Well, he would actually be like an amazing spy. The government would absolutely snatch him up.
You don't remember him at all. I mean, like he's been an original member of the X-Men.
Okay. This is a bit. You're making.
No, it's not a bit. This is not a bit. This conversation is great. I don't want to be like tapping on anything.
Gotcha.
Forget Me Not, my dude. Let me tell you something. Forget Me Not has been the original part of the original team from the beginning. Xavier has to have had to put like a memory thing in his memory library, like to remember that Forget Me Not.
I mean, how did he meet Forget Me Not in the first place?
My dude, he forgot. But honestly, the dude has been there, and there is comic books, which I can't quote which comic books, but if you search Forget Me Not. He has showed up in a bunch of comic books where he saved the day. And no one remembers doing it because that's his mutant power.
Yeah, it's some real Men in Black stuff. Yeah.
Or you could be like the dude that came in Deadpool, the guy that had to have he threw up, he like vomited. He has like vomit. That was his superpower. He has corrosive, acidic vomit.
I mean, you probably just hire him for some plant or they melt down stuff. Like that's the thing. Like a lot of these jobs, like either like go on America's Top Talent or like get a job where it's like, hey, this thing would actually be pretty helpful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like even if like that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, like a mean government would probably just capture mutants and use whatever. But like a nice government might just pay them a bunch to be like, oh, you've got like you can control the weather. Yeah, please work for like we'll give you like whatever 100,000 a year. Like please control the weather. So it's good here.
Yeah,
we got crop fields that are drying out. Please fix that.
That's what Storm used to do in Africa. That's what she did. That's why she was known as a goddess, because she would be on some parts of the plains where there was no, was drought and whatnot, and she would, come and do her thing, and she was worshipped as a goddess. Which she went from being a thief in Egypt. In Cairo, being a pickpocket to get.
Is that a backstory?
Yeah. She was a pickpocket, and then she was worshipped as a goddess, and then Xavier found her being worshipped as a goddess, and convinced her to leave goddessdom.
Yeah. How do you give up? How do you give up godhood?
You see what I mean? Like,
then again, goddess in Africa versus.
Well, if you're making unless you want to wear gray, like if you want to, back then she was making it rain, food and everything was being going on. I'm pretty sure she was happy, whatever.
that's
it
true.
might have not been a metropolitan city or something or other.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Xavier offered her like money or anything.
Right.
It's probably just like you could really help the future. Or
Yeah, Xavier said, "Come to my school and come to America," which is gonna be this capitalist place. It's gonna be about clothes and whatever. If she was still in Africa, I think she would be still being worshipped, and she'd be in a nice little village. You know what I mean? Wakanda would have found her because eventually she got with T'Challa.
Wait, like I literally don't remember. Are X-Men owned by Marvel? Like, are those worlds the same?
Yeah, man.
Like, are you sure? Because like for a while they like worried, so like I'm not
sure if Marvel owns X-Men.
Dude, for a while it was like Fox, so they couldn't ever use Marvel.
We're talking about the production, these movie production companies. We're not talking about the comic book.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Marvel created X-Men, been writing X-Men, still wrote X-Men.
Yeah, see, that's the wildest thing about all this, is that X-Men exists in the same universe where superheroes exist. Dude, like they messed up. Just tell the world that you're superheroes. Why would you even? Why would you let them label you mutants? It's like, nah, bro. I'm a superhero. I'm not a mutant. Like, are they just dumb? Like literally everyone. What is the difference between Deadpool and like Beast? I guess, or like whatever, right? Like or Wolverine. Or no, those are both. Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like what is the difference between someone that like has a superpower and someone that has a mutant defect or genetic mutation or whatever that like gives them the same power? Like I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
Star Wars had little teddy bears. Fucking
they did that shit for merchandise.
Destroy the Empire.
Yeah. They had a civilization with sticks and stones. Take out one of the most, not only one of the most like technologically advanced marvels of that universe, but it was the second edition of that one that fixed all the major problems of the first one.
Yeah, no doubt. So it was a 2.0.
Yeah.
and sticks and stones and teddy bears said, "Fuck your 2.0. Bring you back to the caveman times." Comic books. that word alone should fix it. But I'm just gonna go into it. Like, you see, with DC calls them metahumans, and
which sounds way nicer, right? Like they're the mutants, because mutant is never good. That's a bad word. Like you wouldn't want to be a mutant ever.
You're right. Yeah, because mutant just sounds like the R word.
Yeah, right? Like,
nobody wants to be called that. You know what I mean? Like, even though you can't even say special. which
special.
Which you would wonder, because at one point when the first time we had X Factor in comic books, X Factor was a team made up by Cyclops and Jean Grey, and about a couple of other X-Men, because the X-Men has been called out for being mutants, and this was them hiding. They were pretending not to be mutants, but to be people that gain their powers from, you know what I mean, like an accidental, experiment or whatever. So they were just being a team of, like, say, Fantastic Four or the Avengers, and they weren't acting like mutants. And they were helping to capture mutants and then, like, release them.
See, the Fantastic Four is a great example. Tell me how the Thing is not a mutant. Tell me how, like, Johnny Flame is not a mutant.
Yeah, no. They went up into space, and their cells got mutated by cosmic rays, and they came back. Comic books. Listen. Marvel needed that down to earth conflict that goes with our reality to make them very different from DC. DC is all about their heroes being like gods. Even Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Batman is supposed to be what DC calls a human being, right? And this man is the only man that has gotten hit by what's his name? Darkseid's.
Yeah, the Omega Beam.
The Omega Beam. Now, nobody can evade. I've seen Superman straining, like my dude is straining to get away from the Omega Beam. Gets hit and goes, oh, and he's like hurt badly because that's Superman. Batman gets hit by and he dodges it like one time. No, like
just perfect parries the Omega Beam.
Even Darkseid was like, oh my god, even while he was shooting it, and Batman gets hit with the Omega Beam. You think he dies? You think he dies?
No. Because he planned to get it. was part of his plan. It was going to reverse the Omega Beam and blah, 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 blah.
My dude got transported to the past. The Omega Beam is Batman to the past. And anybody else would be like, okay, I'm in the past. I guess I'm going to die here. My dude found his way back to the future. Because you know why?
Because he's Batman.
So DC has these larger than life characters, while Marvel wants to be more grounded and be more realistic, like with dudes like Spider-Man, teenage dude, with teenage problems, juggling being a superhero and going to school, which in reality you find out that you have superpowers. You're like, Aunt May, we rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like he was like, okay, well, I wouldn't have gone with cage fighting as your way of making money, but like still,
comic books.
Yeah, he definitely could have made money with it. First off, apparently like Spider Silk is like super strong or whatever, and like he definitely could have done some kind of construction thing or whatever. If he's it depends. If it's like the biological Spider-Man or like the machine Spider-Man where he's got like little wrist launchers. Either way, dude, he could have made some.
When we're talking about comic book Spider-Man, we're talking comic book Spider-Man. We're not talking. If we're going to talk movie Spider-Man, we say movie Spider-Man.
Okay, well, I don't know which is
comic book Spider-Man is
it coming from him or is it coming from his device?
Is that coming out?
Yeah, like literally. What are we talking about?
Remember? Did you watch the last Spider-Man movie?
No, I don't think so.
When the other Spider-Man, they were like, it comes out of it. No, in my head, I'm like, where are you making it? And is that the only place does it come out?
Yeah, does he have a sack? Does he have like a special like
is there a sack
web
inside?
sack in him?
You know, Mary Jane. Later on in life, Mary Jane died of cancer because his sperm was radiated. His sperm was radiated. That is no joke.
He's got radioactive blood. Look out! Here comes Spider-Man.
Yes.
They're trying to warn people. The song is meant to warn people.
Oh my God! I'm just. We sound echoey.
Yeah, I mean probably. What do you want from me? I don't know. Look, if NYK was here, I'm sure it would sound crystal clear. I can't.
Wait.
We're recording in a tunnel today. I don't know what to tell you.
That's how it usually sounds.
I don't know. Here, I can try to back this mic up. Like, like is that?
Sure.
I don't know if that's gonna be. I mean, okay, that's like better, but like, yeah, I don't know. I guess the mic was a little close to me. Can we do that? That's fine.
I don't think so. How's that?
I mean, look, man, you can slide around all day. I don't know if we're gonna find. Yeah, what we need is the mutant whose power is the perfectly calibrated soundboard, otherwise known as NYK. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
How's that?
I mean, yeah, we can keep testing it. I don't know what
I
the
think
thing is.
that's. I think that's good.
Yeah, close enough. Look, man, this one wasn't gonna. It's just the two. This one was never gonna be. This is like a bonus. This is for those.
This is a filler.
Die hard fans.
Yeah. Not for real. Not for real. All right, I bet you. No, for real. This is for the. I bet you like 50. 50 tonight. 50. That's how I know.
It will feel nice. Like, look, man. I'm here because it's fun, right? I'm here because I like hanging out. This is a good time.
It's a great time.
I am curious what my relative worth view was. Because we're going to find out tonight, right? Because I know what the numbers are when it's the three of us. I know what the numbers are when there's a guest. So what happens if it's just the two? Right?
That's what I'm going to find out.
Still tuning in when it's the two of us.
Especially with.
Yeah, because you got the numbers when it's you and NYK. So we can even figure out how much better NYK is than me.
That's true because we've hit like 160 with me and NY.
Dang.
With the three of us, we hit like 200.
Okay, so I am at the very least. If you have a group of two, I am I'm not subtracting views. I'm not making it worse.
And when we have a guest, we go over 300.
Yeah.
Last guest, right now we are 303. Still not beating Thorpe. The Walker was 500 and something. Thorpe 808, still the biggest number that we've ever gotten.
You gotta remember, because I'm not gonna remember the names so good. Martial arts or which one?
Gadsden was over 300, which was good too.
No, but like Thorpe was which one?
Thorpe was HVAC.
Was I here for Thorpe?
Were you here?
I might not have been. I don't feel like I remember HVAC guy.
No, I don't think he was here.
Okay.
You went for like almost 4 hours.
Dang. Okay. And I liked. Oh, so which one was the martial arts?
Ogando, Gadsden, he did like 300. That's the martial arts. He's coming next week.
And then how was the DJ? Was cool too. How did the
DJ made like 400 and something.
There you
He did good. So they go over because everybody's tuning into, even if it's for 3 minutes or whatever, or just skipping through or whatnot.
The bots see the numbers.
Yeah, they all. You click on it, we got you.
Yeah,
that's we got you. That's all we need. That's all. No, but it's like I feel like college radio.
Yeah.
I feel like college radio.
Now, a difference between that is no one listens to college radio. So if there's at least one real listener out there, hey, that's more than some people got.
But we have people that listens and admit that they listen, which is nice.
Wow, that's I wouldn't admit that I listen to this podcast. So thank you. That's a big compliment. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I do appreciate it too. I remember I was going into work, and this beautiful soul, this lovely lady, she loves Legos, and her daughter loves Legos because she loves Legos. She loves Legos.
Everyone loves Legos.
And she was like, "Oh, I saw your TV show." It was a lot of people around.
TV show.
Yeah, but and I was like, it's not TV. And she said, "You know what I mean?" She was like, and Walker was there. She was like, "Walker, I saw you on it." And that was a good feeling. That was a good feeling, knowing that she's a genuine person that, you know, looks at her little stupidity. And, she'll find her little parts that she likes. And
hey man, that's fine. If people are having a good time, that's all that matters.
yeah, and I love to see the people that come in that, they have these different jobs but they're so much like nerds like us. Everybody just. I love how now it's just awesome that even the jocks can admit that they're nerds. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when I was growing up, the jocks would never admit that they like Star Wars or.
Oh, dude! Like I knew even as a kid, because like everyone loved Dragon Ball Z. Didn't matter who you were. Didn't matter. I was gonna say. Black
dudes are forever.
Black dudes love Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, dude.
Hispanic dudes also. When Akira Toriyama died, I forget what country it was.
Colombia.
They were.
Yeah, they had like a parade and everything.
Like I didn't know it was so big.
Every year they have a parade in Colombia. That's nothing but Dragon Ball Z. That's how popular Dragon Ball Z is. Dragon Ball Z and
when you break it down,
Naruto.
Yep, that's another one.
Black dudes love Naruto. Believe me. And I found out this is not anime, but white dudes love Wu-Tang.
I mean, to be fair, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
That's what I mean, dude. Like, yeah, for real. But whatever brings us together.
Wait, do you think it's like that? Do you think like black dudes like in Dragon Ball Z is the same as like white dudes loving gangster rap?
Yes.
Okay.
I put it as the same way because, like anime. If you grew up like in America, if you grew up certain way, like if you're not growing up in the suburbs or whatnot, you know what I mean? Anime is not like something that is gonna be. You're not gonna be like, I watch anime. Who's gonna admit to that? Who's gonna admit to it? That's gonna be your guilty pleasure. That's like something you watch like this. As a dude, like even when I was growing up,
even today, like I might I might see if they're into any nerdy shit before I'm like, hey, I like anime. I'm not trying to be some weird dude.
I remember this guy. I remember this guy that had killed his family, right?
And he watched anime. Yeah, classic happens every day.
The cop was interviewing him, and he was like, "So what are you into?" And this guy was like, I'm into anime." And the cop was like, "What's that?"
But that just goes to show you, man. Like,
I'm so ashamed.
Yeah.
I was like, this murderer.
Yeah.
The cop is like, I'm a good guy. You're an evil son of a bitch.
Okay.
You're into anime. What's that?
We need a list. We need some receipts on this. We need to see what anime he was watching, right? Because like that's gonna really just there's some real fucked up shit out there.
Yeah.
We need to see what he was watching and if it influenced him.
Well, if you look beside you, I don't know if you can find, but I have Junji Ito. It's.
I'm not gonna find. I know who Junji Ito is. I ain't gonna find it.
The manga. I borrowed it from.
Shoot. I gotta try again on that because I've read his famous stories and I like them, and I was trying to go through his whole collection, but like literally a bunch of his early stuff, it's all about this one creepy girl, and like I don't find her all that creepy, so the stories aren't all that interesting, and I just couldn't get through. I gotta try again. Maybe I just skip past all the stuff with her. I don't know. But anyway, back to your point, Junji Ito.
Yeah, he does some really crazy. He writes about some crazy stuff, man. Like the holes in your head, and like
spirals,
the spirals things. Like that's just. Ugh. But you know what? I also like certain creepies. I like to look at those. Those hole pictures. Those pictures with the holes. when they show like the skin, covered with holes
like
and
tryptophobia.
yeah. I like looking at it. I don't know. I'm not creeped out by it. I'm like, ooh, I wish I had like tweezers to pick at it.
Ew, gross.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say it's only gross if they put it on skin. Like I can look at a lotus seed pod all day. That's not gonna do anything to me. If you superimpose that onto like someone's knee, that's super gross. Like obviously I don't want to see that.
It's like what Roger Dangerfield used to love to pick scabs. You know what I mean? Like, that was
first off, Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney, my fault. You know,
was Roger his brother? He had a weird brother that just loved picking scabs.
right now, everybody who is on this is going who? But I get no respect.
Yeah.
You know that now, guys? You know who that is now?
No respect at all.
Right.
What was the last movie he was? Yeah, even that movie is like 20 years, before some people were born. So like, I don't know. If you don't know him, look it up. I got nothing for you. Google it.
It's a long time. You know what I mean? 1990s. I had put out 2 movies. Remember, I Come in Peace and Showdown in Little Tokyo, starring Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. They were fighting against the Yakuza. You know what I mean? Like,
is it like a big... Okay, was it supposed to be funny? Is it like a Big Trouble in Little China kind of vibe?
Nah, it's not funny. It's action. Serious action. First, Dolph Lundgren makes love to a woman. Boom. You get some titties in the beginning. Then he fights. Bop, 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 bop. Then he meets a partner that he doesn't want. I don't want you, partner. And they go threaten some Yakuza that are doing bad things to people that lives in Little Tokyo. You know what I mean?
It's a shame because I'm sure Dolph Lundgren is like a good actor with like a really varied career. I only know him from Rocky IV. So you're talking about like, he's making love to a woman. It's like, I must break you. And like he's talking to his partner, I must break you. And he's talking to the Yakuza, I must break you.
You know the dude's a genius, right?
Yeah. No, I read the thing. He's like super...
You know he has an IQ of 95.9, right?
Okay, that's not what you meant to say. You probably meant to say he's got like, higher than 95.9% of the population. What you said is that his IQ is 95.9, which is below the average.
Who knows?
Dolph Lundgren probably knows. Unless his IQ is 95.9.
What is it that he knows that we don't?
There is one thing he knows. He must break you. You're not going to pause the podcast?
Hey, G, we're doing a podcast right now. This is Gatson. This is JG Soma. All day right now. We live. What's good?
What's good?
We here. We were just talking about you about a couple minutes ago.
We're doing the podcast. What's on the agenda tonight? What y'all talking about?
Every little thing, man. We were just remembering being nostalgic about X-Men '97 that's on Disney right now. That is bringing back some memories. You know what I mean? And we were also, as I said, we were mentioning you and the fact that you will be back on next Thursday, the 16th. Next Thursday, we will have JG Soma back in the building all day. So what's good, Professor? What's good?
Shout out to all the viewers, man. Someone said what's up, Noscript. That's what's up.
I know you got something coming up on May 19th.
Yes.
Let me hear about it, sir.
What up, man? Earl, right? Excuse me 1 second.
well, live.
I mean, to be fair, this is being broadcast to possibly dozens of people. He wasn't ready to talk in front of a whole crowd.
Yeah, I just seen some people ain't seen it in like over 30 years, man. But yeah, it's all about Noscript, man. Obviously we've been busy. I've been busy. We're gonna talk about You know, got my roller skating. I got the survival of the fittest coming back up. You know, we just came from 2 competitions this weekend. Got another one in May next weekend. So we'll talk about all of that and anything else you guys want to talk about, man. Let you know what I've been doing since the last time I've been on the show.
That's awesome, my dude. That's awesome. I'm glad you called. We'll keep. I'll text you, and we're gonna talk some more, Jay.
Yeah, man. Let everybody know, man. Tune in, man. Tune in now. Tune in tomorrow. Keep tuning in, because you never know what you're gonna get on Noscript, man. And, you know, listen, man. It's all about you guys. If you're missing the show, you're missing the show. But we definitely going to see you next week. I know I had to find some time to see you guys.
I know you've been busy. You've been very busy.
But we're going to find some time next Thursday, though.
Okay, yeah, no doubt, sir.
Absolutely, man. I'm about to tune in now. I'm just coming from class, so I'm going to tune in and see what y'all talking about, man.
All right, my guy. Blessings.
You got it, man.
All right. You take care.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's what I love about Noscript, man. I love putting people on the spot. You know, it is such a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It would be great that if he tuned in and our sound was like when NY was here, but you know, if you,
I hope NY is back on the 16th. Oh man.
I text. Hey, he better be.
Look,
No, listen, no.
If he's not in, if he's real talk, if he's just get him fired. Just like show up to his, just like do something that would just get him so he could be here on the 16th.
You're right.
If any of our listeners are listening, if he's not going to be here, just get him fired from his job.
We gotta tell him what. No, we can't. Go to Bushnell and keep on screaming, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. They used to do that. For what's his face? Howard Stern.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does it mean anything?
Baba Booey?
Yeah.
It was the name of his producer.
Okay.
His producer name was Baba Booey. So there would be like a serious newscaster, like out there, reporter doing the news. And, you know, this guy would be like, I see what happened. And they'll put the mic and it'll be like, and it would be live and it'll be like, Baba Booey! You know, it made people laugh.
Okay.
You know, Howard Stern was like one of the first that did it, man. You know, he talked for 4 hours, you know, and he always had like really great interviews.
I feel bad never listening to his stuff because like it's good. And like he's got a good sense of humor. Does he still do that kind of like variety show? Just have like really wild people on?
He still does things on Sirius. He's still on Sirius, and he's still getting great guests.
Yeah, that's good.
Because you know the dude's a legend. I think he's a billionaire right now. He wouldn't when it came on to his finances, because he was going to run for mayor of New York a long time ago. When he was mad popular, he was going to run for mayor of New York, and you know you had to be very like open, so you had to show how much you and I don't want to say make it sound, but you know Howard Stern's a Jew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Howard Stern is just that New York Jew, you know, mommy and daddy Jewish, you know, generations of New York Jews. So when it came on for him to be transparent about how much he has, how much he's worth, Howard Stern said, I'm not gonna run for mayor anymore. Y'all could, it's okay. So when the deal
also, like, it seems like a real thankless job. Like, if you're trying to be like, if you're not trying to just be corrupt with it, it seems really hard, and everyone will hate you anyways. Like, why would you do that job?
It's a power play, man. It's a power thing.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but like that's the thing. That's the thing. It doesn't make sense for me, billionaires, right, or even like millionaires, because like you already got the money.
Yeah.
And like at this point, your quality of life is not going to increase. Like even if you con your way to like another million or billion or whatever, like your quality of life's not really going to go up any.
Well, Bloomberg, he was a mayor, right? He was mayor. He was the mayor.
You asking me about, like, dude, this is before. I don't know today who the mayor of New York is. You're asking me about, like,
Okay, I'm telling you.
I didn't know we were taking a history test about New York.
We are the one that are talking about New York and their mayors. So I thought that you would be right there with me.
Okay, so what I want to know is, like, how come New York has so many superheroes and still has crime problems? Because it seems like every Marvel superhero is working in New York.
Is compacted.
The crime rate has not gotten any better.
Compacted. You got Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen, right? But not only Daredevil is in Hell's Kitchen, the Punisher is in Hell's Kitchen. You got Luke Cage all around.
There should be no crime.
You know what I mean? You
There should be no crime in Hell's Kitchen.
You know what I mean?
How? Because you know the Punisher, that dude doesn't sleep. He's just doing it for love of the game.
Just
and you're telling me him and like 5 other people who are like peak physical fitness?
Adderall on steroids. Adderall and steroids. Imagine him on the super soldier serum.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how is there any crime left when you got that many people? Like, that many people at the top of their game working shift.
There was a comic book. There was a comic book.
And one of them just kills everyone who commits a crime.
There was a comic book with all the Punishers, nemesis like that. And they were all in therapy. The ones that survived.
I was going to say, therapy, they're all in the obituary.
They were all in therapy. The ones that survived, they were all in therapy. But that's what I never could understand. Like, why Stan Lee did not just... just spread them out. Because DC...
Because everyone got a picture in their head of what New York is.
Yes, that's true.
And don't get me wrong, you could make, like, you'd have the same problem. Like, we just talked about how Batman is basically a human god. He hasn't changed Gotham's crime rate at all. His parents, they might have done a better job than he did.
I already told you, Batman's a serial killer. He's a serial killer. He's using those villains to kill people. That's it. The dude's a straight up serial killer. Because my dude's a billionaire and he decides that I'm gonna put on a costume and run around and try to
doesn't make it.
Not let me invest in the police or in some more CC, TV around some cameras.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could.
You know what I mean?
They figured out how to gentrify neighborhoods without having like superhuman levels of genius. Like you don't have to be doing all this.
You're telling me you couldn't buy a crime alley and turn it into luxury condos?
Yeah, right. Like,
my dude left it as crime alley, and crime was still being committed there.
Also, is that the legal name of that place? Just call it crime? I feel like they were setting it up for failure. Like, why would you just call it crime? Like, bro, honestly, why did his parents? Did they not know? Did no one tell them they were? Why was there a popular movie theater that rich billionaires would go to, and it was right next to a place called Crime Alley? This doesn't make any goddamn sense. You know what? They wanted to. They deserved it. They deserved. Martha and Thomas Wayne absolutely deserved it.
They are a hard R.
Okay, that means something different, just so you know. I feel like you would know, just so you know. That doesn't mean what you think it means.
It means 3 things. If you want it to be. But honestly, you are right. Like, you finished watching Zorro across from where people get robbed, R-word, essayed, everything. You know what I mean? And... because your chauffeur took a minute to come. Like, he was late. You're like, oh, you know what, Martha? Let's take our young boy and go across and walk through Crime Alley.
Yeah, it doesn't make any good. At least the Peter Parker thing, because like that's just like a random mugging gun. Like that could happen. I'll believe that. But there's no reason for like these hyper billionaires to be in the vicinity of anything approaching a crime alley. And then you start like breaking down the lore too, because it's like, oh, Thomas Wayne actually knew Falcone or whatever. So like, also, this should be a protected person on both sides of the law. Like, no one should be touching Thomas Wayne for any reason.
I think that's why he walked through Crime Alley.
Yeah, I guess he thought he was some shit.
Yeah, but I think he didn't know that he was going to be set up. The Falcone, not Falcone. The other family is the one that got rid of Wayne. The Waynes were dirty, just like he married into the Arkhams, and the Arkhams, they were dirty too. Martha Wayne had mental illness. Everybody knew she was mentally ill. She was crazy, and her having Bruce, who witnessed the death of his parents, that just, crazy can be hereditary, you know what I mean? That shit hits him in the face, boom. So he decides, and he has another crazy, the butler, who is insane. And just saying,
I was gonna say, like, Alfred's actually like the craziest of this lot, because he just like his child ward, which like out of the goodness of his heart, he didn't have to stay with this. Like, yeah, he felt bad, like he was gonna stay with the kid, but he didn't have to. Like, technically he's on the payroll, whatever. But like, that's a lot of responsibility put onto someone to be like both his parents, and he has no one, and he decides to stay with this kid. But like, this kid is like, I'm gonna dress up as a bat and I'm gonna beat up people, and like, this grown man who has been in wars is just like, yes, Master Bruce, I understand, Master.
Smartest man in the comic book. Smartest man.
Yeah, doesn't go out there and do that shit. Yeah.
This man know that where else you gonna pretend to dust a few things, because he's not doing.
He's not staying at home.
While Bruce is sleeping, that dude has a housekeeping service come and run through the house. Because Bruce is thinking, I only have this one dude that's cleaning everything, and then when the idiot goes out at night, you just there, Master Bruce, I'm here for you, sir. Clack, clack, clack. You looking at porn on one screen.
No, dude. No. Because like half the you say that shit, and half the time he has to be like emergency back alley doctor.
Yeah.
Like, Luce is coming, his whole back broken, and we can't go to the hospital. No one can know what happened. You got to do this now.
I love the comic book where they did a what if, Alfred was he realized that Bruce was just insane and hired a bunch of actors. He had some acting friends. and because Bruce went out to be Batman and was just hard-blooded. And he just came back and was like and like Alfred, not just because he was an actor at one point, didn't think that maybe Master Bruce needs some real help. Just hired a bunch of his acting friends to be, actors and whatever. So Bruce doesn't kill, so of course they're not going to die.
I was going to say, they're going to break some bones. I hope they get paid insurance.
They get paid so much. But there was one of the actor that like took it seriously.
Yep.
Like,
someone's gonna ruin it for everyone else.
And I guess Bruce ended up killing the dude or some shit.
Yep, of course. And Alfred, it's all Alfred's fault. He said that.
And then Bruce get killed, and then Alfred had to be like, Alfred is giving the eulogy and was like, oh, poor Bruce, he was an idiot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my dude. But yeah, I'm very excited for X-Men 96. I gotta come back to it. That's where we were.
I mean,
That's where we were.
It's a good series. Again, Magneto just gets away with way too much shit. No one else will be getting away with that shit.
I don't need it because the sound is so bad already. So. But I don't like the new outfit that Magneto has on. in X-Men 97.
I'm trying to remember how that outfit looks.
It's a purple outfit with a big M on his chest. A big M that runs from his neck to his waist. And he has a shawl. He has a scarf around. Yeah, he has a scarf.
I'll give him the cape because, like, you know, he's old enough. You know, it was that time. Everyone was wearing capes.
Yeah, but
the shawl is, I don't love the shawl for him.
Gloves that comes not even all the way up to his shoulders. There's like he's exposing.
You know what it is? He's giving me like old like 80s Punisher vibes when he had those big white gloves. You know?
Just like honestly, like what is that? I want them to go back to old school Magneto, but I guess not, because right now he's in the spoiler alert, he's in the mansion and all of that. I love the thing that's going on with Gambit and Magneto and Rogue. Gambit can't touch Rogue. But guess who can touch Rogue? Guess who used to touch Rogue?
Yeah.
Yo, and when Gambit found out that, what? You used to touch Rogue?
Bro, Gambit needs to, like, get over it. Like, I don't get... Dude, like, you can find someone else. Like, I don't... We're led to believe a guy that, like, gambles a bunch and has, like, a sultry Louisiana accent can't, like... pick up someone.
That's
like
his thing,
he's
though.
supposed to be pretty smooth, right?
That's his thing. That's his thing. He's Mr. Smooth. That's his thing. But he's in love with Rogue.
What was their backstory? Because like that's the part I never got. Like where'd all this come from?
Where the love came from?
Yeah.
They went out on a job together and they just fell in love.
Yeah, that's dumb, dude.
It happened.
He fell in love without ever touching her ever.
Well, he touched her. He touched her. Yeah. And he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, right? Like,
you know what I mean?
I feel like at that point, dude, if I touch someone and I literally black out, I don't want to be near that person again.
I feel like
that sounds real messy. I don't want to be around that person. That sounds like a liability.
I feel like if he really wants to be with her, he's gonna have to be with her unconscious.
Yeah.
Pop like 2 Viagra's, boom boom. Right? Pop the 2 Viagra's, boom boom. You know when she kisses.
Also, like,
you're gonna fall there. At least
I don't know. Every time someone has like a really sucky power, because like that universe also just has 1,000 mutants, and it's like, oh yeah, one of them just has a way that like Forge or whatever his name is, to just like make a thing to fix that. It's like, oh yeah, you can't touch people. Just put on this like bracelet and like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. That's just the thing. One time, you see, we never used to ask those questions back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we just let it go and just do the thing.
It's important to the plot that she can't touch him. That's the idea.
Why has she never? Because Forge is the one that pretty much created the collars, because he created a gun that would get rid of mutant powers, and they used it to make the collars and whatnot. Why, if you want to be with somebody, it nullifies your powers? Put the friggin' choker on and let this man be with you.
Oh,
and then take
dude, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they know about the chokers. That would be for anyone with a negative mutant powers. Like the choker is a good deal. Like literally, like we were talking again, like what would a real government do? Like, yeah, for sure, they would offer some people, it's like, all right, you're kind of a liability. You put on the choker, like we'll pay you, or we just like won't come after you or whatever. Like, there are people that would take that deal. There are people who do not want the hand they were dealt.
Why wouldn't you not take the deal?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Like, okay, there was this little kid, right? His puberty kicked in. His mutant powers was, you know what was his mutant powers? Everybody around him, at least 50 feet, dies. So when his mutant powers kicked in, boom, mommy and daddy died, friends died, this died, everybody was dying, and everywhere you walked, everybody was dying. You know how you fix his powers?
Yeah, just put a collar on him, bro.
No, of course not. You think Xavier said, hey, let's put a collar on this kid? Nah, you know what they did? They sent Wolverine.
Oh, they just killed him?
And you know what, Wolverine, this kid was in a cave like, crying, like, oh my God. And look, they didn't come and be like, yo, we took these collars and I'm going to put this collar on you. You going to have, your powers are going to be nullified. Nah, Wolverine comes in with a 6-pack and says, kid, you ever had a beer? He said, nah. He says, here's your beer. And he says, thank you, sir. And he drinks his beer. Logan pops his claws and kills the kid.
Honestly, like, yeah, that's a solution. That'll do it.
But why not give this dude what? You
Yeah,
afraid
could've been
that
a
one day
collar.
the collar gonna not work and everybody just gonna die? It could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen. But there's also a mutant boy. See, Rogue has no problems. Like in one of the X-Men movies.
Can Rogue control all her powers? Because she could just touch the kid and then she steals his power, right?
When this is the thing, Rogue used to touch you, steal your power, keep it for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Carol Danvers, when Carol Danvers was Ms. Marvel, or she was called another name, but Carol Danvers, when Rogue was part of the Brotherhood of the Evil Mutants, when she was partnered, when she used to call Mystique Mama, right? Rogue held on to Carol Danvers for too long. Okay? Too long. And then because she held on for, they didn't know why, Rogue siphoned off all of Carol Danvers' powers, leaving her powerless. That's why Rogue is able to fly, even now, strong. So all her strength and the flying and all of that, she got from Carol Danvers.
Yeah, if I was Carol, I would sue. I would sue the X-Men Foundation for every dollar they had. Because she had, that's the thing. If your powers are super cool, you get to be a superhero. Okay, flying, super strength, invulnerability, the works. Like that's just a pure good set of skills.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Mutants, it's always some shit that was like, you kill 50 people, right? It's always some shit that blows up in your face for no reason, right? Like it's never all good.
No, it's never all good. But then let's know Marvel fixed that. Marvel had a thing called the Terrigen Mist that Inhumans used to have. Like, that's what made Inhumans, a Terrigen Mist thing. And then all of a sudden now, Marvel just made the Terrigen Mist go pop up everywhere. So a bunch of Inhumans pop up on Earth. You know, that's where the Marvel chick came from. That, remember Marvels, where you had like Ms. Marvel.
I didn't watch that shit. Dude, I watched. Oh my God, what was the one with the Celestials and the whatever?
Which one?
What was the one that had like the Celestials in it? And
Eternals.
Dude, I watched Eternals. Like, man, why did I do that to myself? That shit was terrible.
I watched the Eternals too. You know how I watched it? Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is fun fact, little fact. Wolverine used to call Magneto Old Buckethead. Right?
Oh, okay.
Is that hilarious?
Okay.
That was like him teasing him, you know, like, hey, you old buckethead. Magneto was like, how dare you? And then Magneto would rip up.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't tease someone that can control your skeleton with their mind.
Then Magneto rips out all of his adamantium out of his body and just left him with just the bone. And he went pretty insane after that for a while. He was in the woods eating deer and just going mental. And he hated Magneto after that. But then Magneto told him, dude, I was in the Holocaust.
I'm telling you, he just gets away with everything because that's that backstory.
You know when somebody's angry, he goes like this and flashes his tattoo. of his numbers. Like he just finished ripping the Golden Gate Bridge and throwing it, through a friggin' building, killing 5,000 people. And they're like, oh my God, Magneto's just destroyed that building. And then somebody whispers in the report, but we will forgive him because we remember. We remember. We remember. Anyway, Rogie, thanks, man.
No problem, dude. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing.
This is filler.
How did our filler episode do? Please leave a comment. Tell us how better.
I can't wait. I can't wait to listen it back. Oh, you want to know something?
What?
When me and NYK plays, we did it with just us. This was last week. Our sound was like static for like 5 minutes, and we did.
Okay. So I mean, we didn't have that
for like 5 minutes, and we didn't know. We didn't know. And when we played it back, we were like, yeah, that's live for you. I like the live though. They're fun, man.
Yeah,
they're fun. It makes you, those awkward moments. It's radio, baby.
Oh, is this our ending music, closing song?
Oh, you can hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Are we good? Are we off there?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I love this, man. It's badass. I wish it fit right. I need a head as big as the world.
Yeah, I know. It's not supposed to fit right. Like, he didn't get a helmet that, like, fits super good.
He should have, though.
No, it's a badly designed helmet no matter what. It's got sharp edges. If someone pushes his face against that, he's going to cut up his nose.
I don't know. Why wouldn't you round up your edges? You're making a helmet.
Plus, the helmet's metal, right? He could literally shape the helmet to be perfect. He doesn't.
He does not. I hope there's padding in there, because it's not comfy. Is it heavy? Is it thin metal?
It's not good.
There should be like electronic stuff inside. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us on Noscript channel.
It was a pleasure to see all three of you.
Hey, at least we know my man G Soma is on. He came on. I bet you he gave us at least 3 minutes. At least 3 minutes. He was like, God damn it, these guys. I'm going to have to come and make this podcast good. That's what he said.
I am looking forward to him next week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Next week, we got a real episode. No filler. No filler.
No filler.
No script, but no filler.
That's nice. I like that. That's nice. All right, guys. Bye.